Well, thank you for coming on the red carpet roundtable.
Oh, thank you.
Can can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Um, my name is Isaiah Seward. I started off more like in the music world and everything, but a little bit later on than most people start acting. I started acting. I mean, I did like little plays here and there when I was a kid, but I didn't really go for it and stuff like that until I was late 20s, 30. Yeah. So, I've been incredibly lucky, and I've had like good people around me. So yeah.
And when you say music, I'm
Mhm.
gonna dig into that. Were you talking about like a singer or just playing
Oh
instruments?
yeah, yeah. I both I sung, I rapped, I produced. Even now, like it's funny because now they're overlapping because in the film world and everything, I end up catching a lot of people that want music for their film. And so I've scored a few films now. Like I scored a few films
Amazing.
now, and so it's same talents, just using it a different way.
hmm And I gotta ask, a lot of people who get into the entertainment industry and different race, different background, different culture, different music, acoustic,
Mhm.
rap, country, jazz, name
Yeah.
it. A lot of people are trying to figure out how can you go from as yourself as a singer
hmm
to going into acting and finding time, also trying to create words to your song. I have another question, but that can be after you answer those.
All right. I don't know. I think that they kind of go hand in hand as far as because the inspiration will come anyway.
hmm
Like you're a lot of times it could be anything. I could be in the shower, I could be in the car. So I feel like that process of me writing music, that hasn't really changed as much because I've written songs on the way to set. You know what I mean? And I'll write them down in my head and then I'll do a voice memo or something like that so I don't, forget it throughout the day or whatever. But yeah, I think it actually enhances it because it gives you more inspiration and more ways to
hmm
to be creative. Because sometimes it might be something that's in the film world that is creative, but it'll inspire me to write a
Wow.
song. So yeah.
And the follow-up question is, how do you come up with the lyrics and the words?
Oh.
And a lot of people, I love music. I love acoustic.
Mm.
Personally, no offense, but
No, I
I,
like acoustic music though.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think music, and don't get me wrong, I listen to rap too, but
Yeah, yeah.
hip hop, rap, but acoustic, brings peace. Music brings peace and
Yeah.
calmness.
Yeah, yeah.
We already know the Taylor Swift eras and all that stuff. She's I love Taylor Swift. Can't hate her. I cannot hate her. So don't no 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 no.
No, you don't have to.
Uh, but I love Taylor Swift, but the one thing a lot, and same thing with Lady Gaga,
hmm
and and Lady Gaga's music is more for equal rights, more,
hmm
stuff like that. Not don't want to get in political stuff, but
Yeah,
you
but
know,
she's really in a social.
right.
Yeah.
But Taylor Swift talks about her breakup songs and all this healing,
hmm
depression song to help, help healing.
hmm
And that's the one thing I was getting to, like, not political, nothing like that, but music brings peace
It
to
does.
people.
It
When
does.
you are, you know, uh, going through depression or you're going through a rough time, they find that lyric and or the song to help them bring peace. And it's kind of like you've seen a person, and I've experienced it. You listen to a song and you just see them sitting there and they're bawling. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay, don't want to
Yeah.
bawl. Right. And because you're like, they're in their moment and they're having a rough time. They're like, okay, you
Yeah.
got it. Just leave them alone. Peace, peace. And that's so powerful about music. And I believe if we
Mhm.
didn't have music, then
We wouldn't
there's no
have,
peace,
yeah,
right?
because there's no way to cope. You need to
No,
cope
and that's
to,
what I
to
think.
be able to.
Music brings cope.
Hmm.
brings calmness, helps you find that awe moment in your life
Hmm.
to relax. And that's the one thing, we love about music it's just music is a powerful tool, it's healing. It's
You want to know
healing.
something interesting though?
What is that?
I just wrote a song. I guess it'll answer your question. But I just wrote a song about I had went through a rocky time or whatever and had, got a little depressed. And it basically inspired me to write a song. I sit down by my keyboard
Hmm.
and then and sometimes it's not pretty, but the words just come to you, and the older I've gotten, I just write more about my experiences,
Right.
feel that day, and it's after a while you get used to just
Hmm.
expressing yourself that way, just openly, and
Hmm.
words. We all know the words. The words
Right.
are like just like what we're
It
feeling.
comes to
Yeah,
mentally.
yeah, you know.
I'm a big mental health advocate,
Yeah.
and it's very important to talk about mental health, about
Hmm.
depression or anxiety problems or because we don't know what anybody's going through, and
Hmm.
music brings healing to people and helps bring peace. So that's
Because
one thing.
somebody knows somebody's going through what you're going through, and
Right.
the way, honestly, I
Hmm.
think it brings people together
Amen. That's
in a
what
way different,
end of the story, music brings people together.
Oh yeah,
Percent.
definitely.
So, a lot of people may be wondering, what made you get into, we already know what you got into music. What made
Yeah.
you go from music, from, I guess I want to say so-called the 180 turn, to get into acting? What got you into that? Everybody must be curious. What really got you into it? Was there something that you decided, or did somebody come to you and say, you know what, you could be a great actor? Or were you just, I'm just curious, did you see an audition or did you just drive by a set? What
I think
happened?
what the first thing that happened is I was doing a show. There was two things that really drove it. The first thing that happened is I was doing a show. I was doing Greek Fest years ago, and one of the other musicians was like, he had already started doing like some acting and stuff, and he was like, "You should go down to Central Casting, and you should, you know what I mean, go in there and do that." And I was like, "I'm not an actor. I don't do that." I really was doubting myself. So the first thing is don't doubt yourself. But so I went down there anyway, and I was like, okay, and I got on set, and I really enjoyed it. Like I'd never been on one of these. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, so I had never been on one of these major TV sets, and when I was on there, I was like, I really love this. And I'm gonna do a real quick story on how I got like the first
Hmm.
major
Hmm.
thing.
Please do.
I was doing this show called The Knick. It had um, Clive Owen and Andre Holland on it. And I actually, it was my last day. I was sitting there and they placed me at the bar. It was like a dark bar or whatever. They
Hmm.
placed me
Hmm.
there and I'm sitting at the bar and I'm actually helping another guy that was like brand new. I was like, trying to help him like learn how to pantomime. And Andre Holland bumped into me. Now, I didn't know at the time who Andre Holland was. I did not know, I will admit it. But cool, one of the coolest brothers I ever ran into,
Yeah.
he bumped into me and I just was being natural and I was like, "Oh, my bad, whatever, sorry." And then Steven Soderbergh directed the Nick, but his assistant director came out, Gregory Jacob, and he was like, we're gonna try something and we're gonna do this again and we're gonna have you like respond to him. And I was like, now, me being green, I didn't know that this doesn't happen all the time. Like I was like, all right. So, we ended up shooting a really cool scene where me and Andre Holland had a
Hmm.
standoff.
Hmm.
Um, and they kept it. So, and that was my first speaking line. And then after that, it was like, I need to take some classes. I need to get into books and figure out how to do this for real. And actually, I just met in the course of just taking classes, I meet people. I met some phenomenal people, and I met some not so phenomenal people. But the ones that were phenomenal took me and kept me going,
Hmm.
and I I really just a lot of it is just time and chance and luck,
Right.
but you also have to be ready for that opportunity. So,
And it goes into about working hard,
oh,
and yeah, and being in the entertainment industry like you and I know is that we have to work hard, and
yeah.
and and you have to have a thick skin. That's
Oh
what a
yeah.
lot of people talk about being in the entertainment industry. You have
Yes.
to have a thick skin. It's about the auditions and
Hmm.
being turned down. And I think, it's not, I think a lot of young actors who are getting into the entertainment industry
Hmm.
do not understand about that. They are
Hmm.
like, oh my goodness, what do you mean you have to have a thick skin? Why am I not? And they understand it after they experience so many no's. But it
Hmm.
sucks. They're like, am I not good enough? What happened? What's going on?
A
And
good thing.
and I think it's not I think. It's that reminder. It's
Mm,
that it's not you.
no.
It's that the role is not fit for you. But you always have to remember all those actors that you saw with you at the audition or on
Hmm.
Zoom.
A
They're
lot of
gonna
them get
remember
it
you.
either.
They're gonna remember you
Oh
because
yeah, true, true.
that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of directors, they're like, "Hey, Isaiah, we're looking for somebody, blah blah blah," and you're gonna be like, "Hey, by the way, how about this person? He was
And
at
that's
the
happened.
audition."
That's happened a
And
lot.
and I'm glad that's happened to you because I think, I don't want to say I think, I keep saying I think, but it's just that it's amazing. It's a powerful tool, the community
Mm.
connection in the entertainment
I think
industry.
that's the thing that I like. If I'm not like, throwing dirt on the music industry, but I'm just saying the thing that I think I like better about uh the acting world and just filmmaking and TV and everything is that even though it might be a little cutthroat, the music industry I think is a little bit more cutthroat. You know what I mean? And like tribal. You know what I mean? Like people want to make films. It's more like let's
Hmm.
get together and cooperative.
And
You
I
know,
don't know much about the music industry kind of compared to
it
you do,
it
but
it's
it
very
is
competitive. We'll
like
just say that. But it just
yeah,
like
hey,
anything
I
else.
respect every singer out there. I support them,
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
if
there's
they would
so much amazing talent out
yeah,
there,
there is so many talent
so it gets more competitive.
and I think that's one thing I love about The Voice, the American Idol, and it's just
Yeah,
the love. You love that's the love, the emotion, there's all that
yeah.
um Mamma Mia moments in their music,
Oh yeah.
it's all that. But I want to dig into Isaiah to switch more into depth into acting topic here.
Hmm.
What I'm curious, what is your upcoming project if you're allowed to talk about them?
All right. Well, we got one that I can't talk about, but I
Ah,
do have some others. I
Isaiah.
and that's the biggest one too, right?
Oh
But
man, that means I have to. Well, not have to, but I'm always gonna have you back. But now
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
you have to
definitely.
come back and talk about it because I'm gonna be like, okay, Isaiah, come on, what is this
Okay.
project?
I'll come back in 2026 when it's time. But I do January I'm getting ready to shoot I started a production company and it's going back to what you said earlier about how young actors may not understand it because I didn't understand it either. I've got teary-eyed in Times Square before. So after an audition. But as now I started producing with Blue 82 Productions. I started a company with some friends in the acting world, and now I kind of realize it. Sometimes you're not getting the audition. It may be that you're not the right actor. It could be that they've gone a different direction with the whole project. It can be so many things that's out of
Hmm.
your control. The only thing we have control of as actors is the work ethic that we put into the preparation and all the
Amen.
research and stuff like that, and learn the lines. That's all we can
And I
control.
always look at it like this. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ and God,
Hmm.
and I believe God has a plan for you.
Yeah, I think that if you're going to get what's coming to you, what's coming for you,
Hmm.
regardless of whether or not, that's just how it works. It just, I mean, you can mess it up
Yes, yes,
sometimes,
yes,
but if it's really meant for you, it'll come back around. I
yes.
feel like,
And that's what I meant to say.
oh yeah,
God has a
definitely.
plan for you and it's meant for you. You have a
Hmm.
vision. Go for it. Fight, just
I
go for
think
it.
the more you focus on what is meant for you and not what has passed value, you do better
Hmm.
when you start focusing.
Now, I'm curious. I'm gonna ask, what was the most craziest audition you've done?
I got one. This is the one I got teary-eyed on.
Okay, okay.
Uh, so it was actually my worst audition ever. So I auditioned for a Broadway show, huge Broadway show. Uh, it was Hamilton. So I'm thinking, I've done the preparation. I get in there. I'm like, this is gonna be a piece of cake, right? And I think, and I did the work, but I get in there and I was talking to one of the actors because I miss going in and talking to other actors. I'm talking to the other actor. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you got the song? You ready? And he starts to sing the song and I blinked. Everything just went. Now I knew the song. I knew the song. So then I blinked and I was like, I didn't have a chance to collect myself before I went in the room because they came out and they called me next. And I was like, oh no. So so I go in there and the casting director was so wonderful. Like she was like, okay, she was trying to help me along because I didn't know the words. I blinked and I hadn't recovered. Um, but at first I went and I got the script. Let me go get the lines, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Then I tried a couple different ways, and then she started singing along with me, and I was like, I am not booking this. It was one of I think I had like three auditions for Hamilton. The other ones went great, but this one was it was just a audition that like uh it wrecked me for a while.
Did you memorize the lines?
Oh, I knew the lines 5 minutes before I got there. But sometimes that happens. You have a situation where it blanks. Now, this is how it worked to my favor though. When you were talking about what's meant for you won't miss you. Fast forward, this is actually before the COVID situation, everybody's locked down.
Hmm.
It was for a touring. It was for Hamilton, but there's going to be a touring like regional thing. And when right after that, I that horrible audition, I actually got New Amsterdam, which was a TV show that that ended up being on for 5 years. That I was on as one of the EMTs. But I never would have gotten that had I gotten Hamilton. Because I would have been on the road and then COVID would have, shut everything down and I would have been at home. So I wouldn't have gotten, so it just shows you that, you may not know why you're missing this, but sometimes it's for a good reason. But
Wow.
Hamilton, if they want to call me though, I'm still available.
Yeah, give him a call. Give Isaiah a
Yeah.
call. 100%. You never know. You may get a
Yeah.
phone call.
You never know.
Yeah. What was the most pivotal moment in your career?
Oh man, let me think. I think when I decided to supplement asking for a job with creating a job. When I decided, okay, I'm gonna start producing, I wish I could turn this around and show you some of but the thing is I went, I got all types of lenses, cameras and stuff like that, and I invested in myself and said, hey, you know what? I will become a producer and then produce content. I can book myself. I can book the people I know that are good actors that are also trying to, create art and stuff like that that is meaningful or something more than just
Hmm.
okay, let's just do it for money. You know what I mean? money's good too, but but doing that actually gave me a different viewpoint of when I went into the room and asked for a job because now
Hmm.
I'm like, if you don't give me the job, I'm not under like so much pressure. Like I need it, and I actually perform better.
Right.
I think
And
everybody should start their own production company if you can. You know what I mean?
amen. That's the truth. You know, um, the one thing is so fun about the entertainment industry is all the people you meet.
Oh yeah,
It's you become a family. And
yeah.
sometimes and I think a lot of people don't realize that who are getting into the entertainment industry, they have that struggle to find the my mind just froze to find friends, connection in their community,
Oh yeah,
the support. It's unfortunate you do have some young actors out there that have their family not supporting them at all,
oh yeah.
you
And
know.
it's already a lonely industry. But if you don't have a supportive, and you really only need one person that really believes in you, you know,
Amen.
either just as much as you or a little bit more. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And if you have
And
that person,
you're right. You're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
mhm.
off. You're
No, no,
right.
you're
Just
fine. Go ahead.
just just the one person to give you that support,
Hmm. When you're
And
ready to quit.
yeah, you don't want to quit. Surround
Yeah.
yourself with people who will support you. That's
Hmm.
the key, right? And it comes down to sacrifice. Are you prepared
Hmm.
to sacrifice? The hard work about being in the entertainment industry is that you are on set. You are like yourself making music. You have
Hmm.
to be consistent. You have to work hard. You have to keep going to,
And and don't burn out either. That's the
yeah, you
hard.
don't want to burn
That's the
out.
hard thing. I think that if you keep something that you like, and that's the reason why music will always be a part of my life. Even, if I'm not releasing records and stuff like that,
Hmm.
or performing. It's just you need something that you love to do, whether it's painting, and it doesn't have to be something that you're necessarily. I also do Muay Thai and stuff, but it's not because I'm clearly not going to the UFC. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's a way for me to like do something that makes me
Hmm.
feel good, and I have camaraderie with the people at the gym, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it keeps me healthy and in shape. And
Right.
but it's something that's not acting that I don't
Hmm.
feel like it's a job necessarily. Not that I feel like acting is a job, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. You said you're from Richmond?
Yeah, Virginia.
Wow. What a long way.
Yeah, yeah. I was
So,
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
so people must be wondering,
What are you doing here?
Isaiah, wow, they might be thinking this guy's nuts. So, no offense, but what made you go from the East Coast of Richmond, Virginia, all the way across country to the West Coast of Los Angeles?
Oh no, no, no.
Oh,
I'm still in Jersey City. So
oh, I'm
like
sorry, in the
still
Jersey.
right outside of New York. It still was a trip though. It was a trip.
Sorry, no offense, but why? What made you make the move?
Um I think originally I left Virginia uh and I actually went to school a little bit later than most people go. I think I might have been like 24, 25. But I went to school in Florida. And when I graduated, I was doing like audio engineer work and stuff like that. And when I graduated, it was oversaturated, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just like go to New York and see if I can, make it big or whatever, or just maximize my opportunities. So I get the opportunity to go. I moved. Originally, I moved a little bit too far upstate because you know how you look at the map and you're trying to figure out how close it is. And I was like, no, it's pretty close. It's a thumb length.
That's
But
what you did?
no,
Oh,
but it
I was
was
about to say.
no, it wasn't that. But I did miscalculate how much of a distance it is. Because down south you drive. long distances all the time to get places
Hmm.
and stuff. But I didn't realize it's a little different when you're like driving a long distance and then you got to go through Manhattan or something, you know. But eventually I made the move. I moved to Queens and um just opportunities started opening up. And
Wow.
then I was like, I think sometimes when you was talking about your faith earlier, and I think when you take that faith and you take you take a chance and you
Hmm.
actually believe and you put some action behind it, well then then you got a shot. You know what I mean? But like you were
Right,
talking about people,
100%.
yeah, and you were talking about people that have no one that supports them in their family. And it's not always because they it's not always because they want you to fail. Sometimes it's because they're worried that you won't succeed. Like what happens if you don't
Hmm.
succeed? That's what most people think. But if you make plan A the only plan,
Yeah.
put all your work into it and you can make it work. You don't have to be what are we talking about? You don't have to, maybe you're not Brad Pitt's career, but you can still have a great career in this industry without being like, you know,
Yeah. Hey, we can't hate. No offense, we can't hate on Brad Pitt
oh no,
now.
I
No,
love
no, no.
Brad
I
Pitt.
know, I know. I'm just
Oh,
saying. Yeah, we
one
love
of my favorite
Brad
movies
Pitt.
is Fight Club, though. One of my favorite movies is Fight Club. And Seven? Oh yeah. So,
I love Tom Cruise. I still can't
oh
believe he does his own stunts.
no, you know what? I want a stunt man. Sorry, I'm not, but I think it's amazing though that he's flying
He
off the
can. Did you
side of a
know
plane.
that he can hold his breath for 7 minutes
That
underwater?
man is, hey, that man, he's really dedicated
Yeah.
to
And then
not just,
I mean, whew, I got to train for that.
oh,
They're like,
yes.
hey, let's do it. I'll be looking up there. I'm like, you want me to hold my breath? How long? 7 minutes? Oh,
I give you about a good minute and a half.
yeah. I'd be like,
So,
sure. Yeah, you might be rescuing me, but I'm not gonna make it past that. They're like,
oh no, you have to rescue me. I'm going like limp. I'm in the water. Like it's not. Hey, yeah, you're gonna have to come get me.
yeah. I'd be like, they're like, oh yeah, Isaac, you made it 2 minutes. It's like, oh, I guess I did.
I got nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah,
They're like, go again. It's like,
yeah,
uh-uh.
exactly.
It's like he made me go once, and then that's it. No more.
Yeah, he's phenomenal as far as like just doing the
So
stunts
I gotta
and
ask, I'm sorry.
no, go
Do
ahead, go
you
ahead.
think there'll be another Tom Cruise Mission
Mission
Impossible
Impossible.
movie?
I didn't think there would be another one already. So the fact I can't doubt him. It's like because eventually he might, stop making films, but he's not there yet. You know what I mean? Mission Impossible films are taxing on your body, though. I think there might be another one. There might be one last one, you know?
A couple, like three more last ones.
He said three more. Yeah, that's what'll happen. If it does well, they'll make another.
Yes,
That's how it usually goes.
100%, 100%. So what's the best advice you ever heard or received?
Oh man. Eesh. The best advice, the best advice that I think was somebody just told me you have to believe that it'll happen. Um, and it's not like the belief when they say that, they're not saying like believe like it could, maybe, possibly. They don't want that. When you truly believe in something that it will happen, if you just do your part, you start effortlessly doing more work than you would have done before. You know what I mean? Because, if I told you, hey man, if you do like 30 push-ups a day for 6 months, we're gonna give you $2 million. You're gonna do those push-ups if you really believe I'm gonna give you that. And not saying that you're gonna get a guaranteed $2 million at the end of the road, but it's like it's if you know you're gonna get something out of this. And for me, it's fulfillment. It's camaraderie, just people. Most of my friends are actors or musicians or comedians or whatever. And it's like if you're getting that out of it, then it's gonna fulfill your life. It's gonna,
Hmm.
you're gonna have so I say believe it and go whatever it may be. You may want to be an accountant, be the best accountant, be the biggest accountant, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So,
That's true. That is 100%. Where can people find you on social
oh,
media?
um, it is I Seward. Actually, let me make sure. I've clearly come prepared. It's Isaiah Seward 4. It's
hmm
ISAIAH SEWARD 4. And that'll be the ad for Instagram, YouTube, I think everything except for TikTok. TikTok
Okay.
is Isaiah's dot C.
hmm
But it's all the same. You find one, you find
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask this one last one
one. All
is
right.
what would you tell an 8-year-old Isaiah right now?
It's gonna be fine. Just, it's gonna be fine. Because I really think that a lot of people stress more. I saw something that said your imagination worry is a misuse of your imagination. I don't know whose quote it is, but it is true. It's like you stress yourself out thinking that things are going to go bad. When we rarely sit there and think about how things could go good, and so use your imagination for that. And that 8-year-old kid had an imagination because,
Here you are.
yeah, exactly, right.
Here you are. Where can people find you on and listen to your music?
Oh, well, you could go to I probably should have said this at first, but my website, isaiahseward.com. But I have music on all the Apple and then Spotify, all that stuff. It's pretty much everywhere you can find me. And I got some new music that is coming actually at the end of this year. The song that I might even send it to you early, but the song
Please
that I was
do.
telling you about, yeah, but the mental health one, I'm
hmm
actually waiting on phenomenal singer Sarah Mucko. She's actually going to be on the song with me, and it's it's a song that I think will actually help somebody else because there's other people,
Amen.
and that's why I want to do it. So
Yeah. Amen. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you.
thank
And
you, man.
thank you again for coming on. I would love to interview again
Oh yeah,
soon.
sure. This is fun.
Yeah, thank you for following me on Instagram again, and we'll definitely stay in touch, and I would love to
Yeah,
have you back on.
awesome, awesome. Thank you, man.
Well,
Appreciate it.
thank you, and you have a great night, and I'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I definitely have to have you back for that movie. You gotta
Oh
talk.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's a horror movie. It's actually like we've picked out the locations and stuff like that, so we're in that mode.
You can't tell me
And
more details?
I'm getting a little excited now, but it's I can tell you who's in it. We have a lead actress, Sam Simone. She's been on like a lot of shows like Blue Bloods, things like that. And um it's I'm gonna leave the rest of it to be.
Man. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That means that means you have to tell me
I
more
have to,
later.
yeah, I will.
Okay, okay. So I'm definitely we're gonna, 100%. We always stay in touch. Thank you again for
Oh yeah,
following me on
yeah.
Instagram. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to speaking with you again on my show again soon.
Awesome.
Thank you. You have a good day.